McEnroe currently on a book tour, and in an interview on NPR this weekend, he was asked why he calls Serena Williams the best female player ever and not just the best player, period. Listen to his response.
Well, because if she played the men's circuit, she'd be like 700 in the world.
You think so?
Yeah. That doesn't mean I don't think Serena's like an incredible player. I do. But there's, the reality of what would happen on a given day. Serena could beat some players, I believe, because she's so incredibly strong mentally. But if she had to just play the circuit, the men's circuit, that would be an entirely different story.
So McEnroe did applaud Serena's accomplishments and say that she was a good player, but
yeah,
do you
typical
have
backhand tennis fashion.
700th player if she had to play with men? Like, what's your take on what McEnroe had to say?
It's just stupid. It's just stupid to say. I don't understand why you say it. You may feel that way. Maybe he's right. I have no idea. I know she's far and away the best female tennis player I've ever seen. And when I look at her dominance over the rest of the female field, it's a greater dominance than I've ever seen. I think Roger Federer is the greatest men's tennis player I've ever seen. And his dominance over Nadal, or say how great Sampras was, is not even close to the way Serena has lorded over the female game. Now, trying to fit that square peg in a round hole of trying to figure out where she'd be ranked or how she'd do on the men's circuit, why? What is it? Especially talking to NPR. This is going to get out there, and it's just not going to make you look good. If you believe that in your heart of hearts and you want to say that in the comforts of your living room or next to your buddy at a Ranger game, he likes to go to Ranger games, yeah, it's fine. I don't think anything he said is horrible. I don't think it's like, a disgrace of a thing, but it's stupid. And I think it really does seem like a backhanded compliment to say, oh, I think she's the greatest women's player of all time, and I really respect her mental toughness and greatness, but she'd get wiped. I mean, there's 699 guys that are better. I don't believe that.
Right.
I don't believe that there's 699 men in the world that are better. Now, I don't follow tennis as closely as John McEnroe. I respect John McEnroe's tennis acumen, but to me, there's nothing that can be gained by saying this. And as you're on a book tour, maybe he's just trying to sell books. Maybe he's
We're talking about him.
We're talking about him. I didn't know he had a book out. Now I do.
Yep.
Maybe that's part of it. Maybe he figured he could say something controversial, which obviously, as we know Mac's career, he's not shy to say something controversial.
Doesn't bite his tongue at all.
Maybe he really figured out I could say something controversial but not horrible, and it'll grab headlines and we could sell a few more copies of my book. But for me, it's just stupid to say. There's no reason to say it. And just applaud the woman's greatness and the way she's just completely run away with the women's game ever since she's exploded onto the scene. Both her and her sister. And she's even far better than Venus.
Absolutely.
So for me, this is just asinine.